Hello, Mario! In this video, I'm going to look at sorting out the roading details, or some of them, in AutoCAD. I have to admit, I'm back, but I have tried to set this video up previously and I ran into a little bit of trouble. So I actually had to go back into 12D and just change some of the heights of the lettering and text and stuff like that. But it's all good, and I think I've got it sorted now. I'm not quite sure how long this video is going to take, but let's get into the full screen and see what we can come up with. So here's where we left off, and so we're going to add another thing. So I'm just going to right click there, move or copy, and move to the end, create a copy like that there. Okay, and then we'll see when we click here that we've got two of those. So we'll go to that one there. Alrighty, and we'll make sure we're in paper space, and we'll call this one roading details. Roading. Oh, we want it in capitals. Caps lock. R-O-A-D. Roading. One day I'll get it right. Roading details. I find it's best that if we sort these things out now, and we'll just maybe change the date here, and we'll make that the I think we're still the 6th of October. Yes, we are. So let's go to 6 October. Okay, and still Mario. Okay, roading details, and I'll just make it sheet 5. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, I think I'll come back and do the details, like the intersections and that later on. So here we are, and here we're in paper space. So we shouldn't have anything too much in here in the paper space area. Alrighty, so now let's go into model space, and obviously get our properties up and running here. So that's the properties, so that's preliminary earthworks. So we'll just go to the home tab, and we'll turn a preliminary earthworks layer off in this particular viewport right there. Okay, so that's turned that off. I can probably, I think, turn this here off, which is the boundary text. So let's just turn that off. Boundary text. So let's turn that off. Okay, and I'm just going to turn the lot numbers off at this point, just to, we can add them later if we need them, but we want to probably, there's quite a bit of detail to go on this, so that's going to be clutter free. For now, we'll just leave that there like that. Yes, I don't know whether I've got ones for road names, road geometry, not just yet, but that's all good. Okay, now to import the data from 12D, the 12D data. What I'm going to do there is actually open that plan. So the plan was called Road Details Out, if you recall. And you'll get this little thing up here because it was generated in 12D. Just continue opening it there. And you can see here that you get a bit of a mess, really, with the tables and what have you. So I'll just separate them out a little bit, just like that there. so. Move them around a bit. Okay. Alrighty, and like that there. I'll just move them. Well, that's not moving quite so well. But, you can see they come out of 12D in quite a horrendous sort of fashion there. I don't really know why that is, but we'll try and sort that out here. What I've found is if I come into here, if I click and drag, no, I'm going to click and drag inside the layer, say about there, click and drag to there. If I change the cell width to about 21, and then I've got to try and select all of the cell heights. It's a little bit of a, for some reason, it's a little bit of a, but if I just do this here like that, you can keep going up and up and up and up till I get right to the top, like that there, right up to there, like that, and I set the cell height to 5, I think it'll go to, it goes to a, no, it doesn't like cell height 5, no, it won't go, but that's sort of starting to come right. But what I'm going to do is just take this information here and go to the clipboard and copy it, and then come back to our plan here and go into model space there, and I'm going to clipboard and paste to original coordinates. Oh, I don't want to do that. Control Z. I'm going to go into model space and clipboard and paste to original coordinates, and that fits all our road information right in there like that. Now I'm going to try and deal with these tables, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to annotate, and I'm going to go to tables, and I'm going to go to standard, modify, and I'll deal with the data first. So the data, as you can see there, we've got line weight, and that's the borders. I don't sort of have any problems with the borders. The text, I'm going to go with, well, we can go with the standard. I'll just try with the standard text, the text height of 2. Color, I'll go by layer, and the angles all fine there. Text height 2. Okay, and then we'll general. I think this, just for the alignment, I'm going to go middle center. Okay, so that's for data. Then we'll go for the header. Header, general, middle center. Type is, yeah, the text, standard 2, and borders there. And then that's the data. We've done the header, the title, to go the text there, standard 2 in the general. That's all seems pretty good. Okay, so we'll just close that for now. See how that all fits in together there. All right, and so possibly oh, I'm going to change that to roading details. That'll be okay. Oops, I wanted that in capitals. Okay, like that there. Okay, so we've got that into there. All right, now I'm going to go into model space, and I'm going to take one of these tables here, and I'm going to start working on it. So this one here, which is road 1. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is try and get these I need it to be sort of like that. So that, that's not what I wanted. So it seemed to be a bit I'm having a bit of trouble. This comes down here like this. I'm trying getting it all selected like that there. Okay, now that's there. Column width, I want it to be 21 is what I've found. It doesn't seem to change that. And then the cell height, I want that to be 6 or 5, I want that to be. And it changes it to 5.667. So there's our table there. Okay, and as you can see, now this is road 1, which if we come back to the topo, road 1 is called Lombard Street. So I'll come back to model, and I'm going to change that there to Lombard Street. Lombard Street, and I'll call that road 1. I might put that first, actually, road 1, because that's the code that I've sort of been using, road 1. And put a little dash in there. Okay, alright. Now, this one here, I can pull that into about 15, I think. Okay, that's all good. And this one here, I can make that possibly 15 as well. Possibly even 10. Okay, and the chainage there, they're all in the middle. We seem to have 3. I don't know, for some reason I'm unable to change these. That won't I don't know why it does it very. Okay, and then this one here, 0.000, yeah, it should all good, and then that should, I don't know why it keeps reverting to that one there, but it does. Okay, so that's those all done there. They all look pretty good. That's all. Oh, here we go. Here's one here. Should have a 0. Okay, and then that's got to be middle center. For some reason, it swaps over. I don't know why. So that's all. Oh, here's another one here. Just all nice and organized. And that should be middle center as well. Middle center. Okay. All right. So that's there is pretty good. I'll leave those. That's all through there. So just checking down through there. I don't know. The bearings are showing to 2.2 of a decimal. I don't know. I might be able to fix that. Let's just see. Units, degrees, minutes, and seconds. Precision. Not sure why that would be, but yeah. So that's a table there. Can probably put that in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move that table. I'm going to move that over to round about there. I think is where I think it might go. Like that there. So coming back to here, routing details. Okay, so that's where I'm going to put that table, and I'm going to move that table. Move till it just sits in there like that, right about there. Okay, all right. This here is this Motoriki datum business here. I think that's going to have to go, and I'm pretty sure that that's in model space. So, oh, I could just don't know what layer that's in. Let's see what layer that's in. Street names layer. So I could just turn that off for now. Street names. Just turn it on. It's only been turned off in model space, so that's all good there like that. Okay, that one's going in there like that. Now, yes, all right. So that's got one of the tables sorted, and as you can see, it's a wee bit tricky. So I'm going to just leave it there. I think you've got a bit of an idea of what I did there. Just sorting out the tables, getting the widths correct and tidying it up. I'm going to put the other two tables around, and then I'll just do a little bit of work on the thing here. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what happened to that there. Possibly, I would say that because I turned off street names there, I'd say that that's where my routing details went. Okay, so that's routing details there. I'm going to have to start. I'm going to have to add a layer called routing details. So I'll use that layer there. So I'll just bring that here. Ooh, it was a dark and stormy night. So I'll start a new layer viewport frozen, and we'll call it roading details, like that. Okay, and we'll make that the current one there, like that, like that, and then we'll go back to home, roading details, and we'll just turn it on in this viewport, there, like that, and we're in paper. Okay, and we'll change that there, and there will change to roading details. Yep, roading details, and the roading details layer will become oops, not good, roading details, color of a layer, I'm going to change that to white, okay. Alright, so that's our roading details layer, and there we can turn off our street names layer. Here, turn it off. And it's all good now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is finish up this here. 21 minutes there, just showing you a couple of things, how I changed the template for the block, for the table, and mucked around with the widths and things and got that in. So it is a little bit annoying. So you can see that it's probably of some value, maybe spending some time doing your CAD work in as much of your CAD work as possible as you can in 12D. However, there's a bit of an investment involved there, and that needs to be rationalised. So let's just stop things there, and I'm going to go away and tidy up those other two tables, and then come back and do hopefully finish off this plan in another video, and then we'll move on to starting to look at possibly long sections and then the cross sections, and then we'll come back and do the details around the curb returns and the cul-de-sac here. Cheers, see you.